Why did NASA send bird feathers to space?
Have you ever thought flying in space could be similar to flying in the sky with birds? NASA did something quirky that might make you wonder about that. Back in the Apollo 15 mission to the moon, the astronaut David Scott did a super interesting experiment that Galileo had once imagined. He took a hammer and a feather and dropped them at the same time on the moon's surface. Now, why would he do that? It was to prove that without air, like up on the moon, things fall at the same speed no matter how heavy they are. The crazy part is, it actually worked. Both the hammer and the feather hit the ground at the exact same time. That's a big difference from what happens here on Earth. If you dropped a feather and a hammer here, the hammer would land way faster because the air slows the feather down. This feather experiment is not only super fun to watch, but also an easy way to understand how gravity works differently in space compared to here at home on our windy, breezy Earth.
Dining underwater? The restaurant for fish!
Can trees eat? It sounds like something out of a fairy tale, but there's a special kind of tree with underwater roots that creates a dining hotspot for fish. These are mangrove trees, and they can live partly submerged in salt water. What's super interesting is how their tangled roots provide a safe place for small fish and other sea creatures to hide and eat. It's like a cafeteria for marine life. But the mangroves get something out of it too. The fish help clean the trees by eating algae and other plants that grow on their roots, which can harm the trees if there's too much of it. It's a perfect partnership. The mangroves offer shelter, and the fish keep them clean. Not just that, but mangroves are also superheroes when it comes to protecting our coastlines. Their roots trap sediments from the water, which helps prevent erosion and creates new land. They even act like giant filters, cleaning the water and making life better for all the creatures that live there. Remember, the next time you're near the ocean, there might be an underwater tree restaurant bustling with life just below the surface.
Can plants jam to music? The Secret Life of Dancing Greens.
What if I told you plants might have their own favorite tunes? Yeah, you heard that right. Some scientists think that plants could actually grow better when they're listening to music. Isn't that wild? Now, plants don't have ears, but the idea is that they can feel the vibrations of the sound waves. Experiments have been done where different types of music were played around plants, and it seemed like some plants grew more when certain types of music were playing. For example, classical music with its soft and soothing vibes could help plants grow taller and more vibrant. But it's not as simple as just blasting Beethoven or Mozart all day long. It looks like plants might not be fans of loud and noisy music. So, maybe a gentle string quartet could be their jam rather than a blasting rock concert. While the science isn't 100% clear yet, it's a fun thought that you and your green buddies at home might enjoy the same playlist.
Seeing the past, not the stars. The time-traveling telescopes.
Ever looked up at the stars and wished you could time travel? Guess what? You already have. That's right. Each time you gaze at the stars, you're actually looking into the past. It sounds like a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But it's all about light and how far it travels. Light from those twinkling stars takes a really, really long time to reach our eyes here on Earth. For some stars, the light took years, and for others, it took centuries or even longer. The sun's light takes about 8 minutes to hit us, so when we feel the sun's warmth, that's old news from 8 minutes ago. So the starlight we see at night left the star when our ancestors were around. They might actually not be there anymore. They might have changed or even died out. That means every night when you're stargazing, you are literally looking back in time. Isn't that like the coolest time machine ever? Our universe is a giant history book, and all we need to do to read it is look up at the night sky.
Why do flowers dress up? The fashion secrets of the plant world.
You might not think of flowers as fashionistas, but they definitely know a thing or two about dressing up. Have you ever wondered why flowers come in so many vibrant colors and unique shapes? It's not just to look pretty. Flowers have a big job, attracting bees, butterflies, and other pollinators. Bright colors and sweet-smelling nectar are like nature's neon signs that say, "Hey, over here, pick me." Pollinators are attracted to certain colors and can see some that we can't even imagine, like ultraviolet. Each flower's shape is also designed to be the perfect landing pad for its favorite pollinators. Some are just right for butterflies to settle on, while others are perfect for bees to buzz into. It's like each flower has its own special clothes for attracting the right crowd. Plus, these colorful outfits are not just for show. They're super important for the plant to reproduce. So the next time you're checking out a flower garden, remember you're actually walking through a runway show of nature's best-dressed plants.
Elephants, the gentle giants with a thunderous warning.
What if I told you that elephants could talk to each other using sounds we can't even hear? These magnificent creatures are not only the largest land animals on Earth, but they also have an incredible way of communicating. They use infrasound, which is a type of sound that's so low, humans can't pick it up. These sounds can travel over long distances and through dense forests or across the savanna, allowing elephants to send messages for miles. Think about it like their own private chat room where they can say, "Watch out for danger," or "Let's meet up." Additionally, elephants can also feel these sounds through their feet. The vibrations travel through the ground and are detected by sensitive cells in their feet, giving them a heads up that a message has arrived. This is how they manage to stay in touch with their family and friends over large areas. So the next time you see an elephant, remember they could be chatting with a friend far away, and you wouldn't even know it. These gentle giants are not only powerful and majestic, but are true communication wizards of the animal kingdom.
The crystal caves hidden inside Earth.
What if I told you there's a secret world beneath our feet, sparkling with giant crystals? Deep inside a cave in Mexico, there's a hidden chamber called the Cave of the Crystals. It's like Earth's own treasure chest. The cave has some of the largest natural crystals ever found. They're so big that people can walk among them like trees in a forest. These giant crystals, some of which are as long as 36 feet and weigh as much as 6 elephants, are made of selenite, a form of the mineral gypsum. But why are they so huge? It's all thanks to the super hot, mineral-rich water that filled the cave for hundreds of thousands of years. The temperature was just right to let the crystals grow without any interruptions. However, this crystal cave is not a place where humans can easily hang out. It's extremely hot, with air temperatures reaching up to 136 degrees Fahrenheit and high humidity, making it a tough spot for more than a quick peek. Nevertheless, the Cave of the Crystals is a mesmerizing glimpse into the incredible wonders hidden beneath Earth's surface.
What's the real dinosaur killer? Clue: not just a big rock.
Imagine if it wasn't just a giant space rock that wiped out the dinosaurs, but also a bunch of dark, sooty clouds. About 66 million years ago, a huge asteroid crashed into Earth, causing a big disaster. But scientists think that the impact didn't do all the damage by itself. When the asteroid hit, it sent tons of rock and dirt flying up into the sky, which is pretty bad. But it gets worse. That dirt had a lot of soot in it because the asteroid set fire to a lot of plants and even coal. This soot went high up into the atmosphere and spread all over the world. It blocked out the sun's light, which made Earth super cold and dark, like a really long, terrible winter. Plants couldn't grow without sunshine, and that meant less food for everyone. Dinosaurs, who were the kings and queens of the planet back then, couldn't cope with these bad conditions, and many of them died off. This left room for small animals, including our ancient mammal ancestors, to take over. So it wasn't just the big rock, but also the sun-blocking soot that ended the age of the dinosaurs. Talk about a double whammy from space.
Why do birds lay eggs in all colors of the rainbow?
Did you know birds can lay eggs in almost every color you can imagine? From deep blues to speckled browns, our feathered friends have a rainbow variety of egg colors. But why? It's not just to make them pretty. Each color has a special job. Let's take blue and green eggs, for example. These colors can help camouflage the eggs by blending them in with their surroundings, keeping them hidden from predators. And what about those spots and speckles? They're not random at all. They help strengthen the eggshell and also camouflage the eggs, especially if they're laid on the ground among leaves and rocks. Some birds even lay eggs that match their own colors, which might help the mother feel like they're a perfect match for her babies. The different egg colors come from pigments that the mother bird's body makes. One common pigment is called biliverdin, which gives a blue-green color. So, when you see a bird's nest with eggs that look like little painted jewels, remember that Mother Nature has a smart plan. Those colors are a bird's secret weapon to protect its future chicks.
Can you believe your eyes? You won't trust them after this.
Did you know that not all of our body cells have the same DNA? That's right. While most of our cells carry identical genetic information, there are exceptions, and one of these is in our eyes. You've probably heard that we have unique fingerprints, but what about a retinal print? The pattern of blood vessels at the back of your eye is so unique, it can be used as a biometric identifier, just like a fingerprint. Even identical twins, who share the same DNA, have different retinal patterns. This discovery has led to the use of retinal scans in high-security authentication processes. Isn't it amazing how our body holds secret codes that can unlock doors and devices? So the next time you look into someone's eyes, remember, you're staring at their personal biological barcode. Isn't human biology full of surprises? Follow me for more fun facts.